Look at this pervert.
Who's the pervert? Oh yeah, me. Yeah, I'm pervert. I'm a pervert. Yeah, there it is.
Oh wait,
Guess where my other hand is, Manny? Guess where my other hand is?
You could have put Booker T on here because he needed to do something with his dick. Apparently, when Tiffany Stratton came out there.
Yeah, but Manny, I will ask you this though: is this the holy trinity of the women's division of WWE right now? Like, are these the three you would draft first in the WWE #1 draft, or the women's draft of wrestlers?
I don't know. I think Stephanie has cooled off so much.
Well, they don't put her on TV. I mean, I read somewhere that rumor that she was pregnant at one point. I go, what?
Rhea, you draft Rhea, you go in with the draft day technique of on a post-it note, Rhea Ripley, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's before you trade all your first round draft picks.
Yeah, for Rhea, I will open a dummy corporation and pay her $28 million on the side and not tell anybody. But I think this is almost close to the Holy Trinity. I think if Bianca was there, I think that's the Holy Trinity.
I think Bianca before Stephanie, and I don't. Yeah. And then I think Tiffany could easily be replaced too. You could, like Kane's already said, I think Tiffany could be replaced with Roxanne, but Tiffany has been more successful than Roxanne thus far.
Yeah, but you know what? It's in popularity. I believe that Tiffy gets bumped for AJ Lee, who isn't even technically doing.
She's not NXT though.
She just came back. She was technically on a few episodes of NXT. She made cameos.
I don't know. I might put Asuka in.
Asuka's. I don't know if she equals popularity. I'm talking about popular. I'm not talking about who's.
Yeah, but Marcus, if you're talking, if the way JC was talking about the most dominant or the best NXT Women's Champion, there is no one better than Asuka.
Yeah, and you know what? Continue on to the show, and I will tell you who I thought was coming out in those SUVs.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course the racially ambiguous Baka. And he is
the very Baka Marcus, the grand finale.
So who's coming out of the Escalades?
Huh? Oh, we gotta wait to the segment. You gotta wait to the segment because we got other stuff to talk about first. I don't know if there's any news. I don't even think I put news in the description. And if I did, it's old news from last week that I didn't delete. I don't remember.
How much are you willing to pay for WrestleMania to be in your city?
I would say, show me a card. Show me what's on the card before I pay for the city. And this is me, Mayor Marcus, Mayor of WrestleTown.
Is this gonna be the actual WrestleMania, or is it gonna be like the greatest Royal Rumble where there's 2 that year?
I think they're getting the actual WrestleMania. I mean,
because I think the rumors several months ago, and I'm pretty sure I think it was Maurice in the Midcard Mess that posted it. One of these news stories was that the idea was regular WrestleMania for America and the world, and then Saudi WrestleMania. So we're getting Saudi Mania.
Yeah, I believe that Saudi Mania will be a real WrestleMania, and I think they're going to count it. If it happens in April, it counts as a real WrestleMania. I'm just saying. Happens in April or March or the end of March or the end of April, it counts as real WrestleMania.
No, Marcus, because there's only one WrestleMania date that I care about.
March the 29th.
March 29. No WrestleMania has been sold harder than WrestleMania 14.
Yeah.
By Don King.
But it is what it is. I mean, what I'm going to do here, bitch and moan about how much money they spend for WrestleMania? I mean, go ahead and do it. But when I would ask the Saudis, I think they prefer to be called the Saudis, right? I don't know. I hope that's not racist or anything. And if I ask the Saudis of this, what are you paying for? What are you paying for? I believe I can get AEW for $10,000. And I'll probably get a much better wrestling show. I'm just saying.
Yes, but Marcus, they pack out those arenas because it's WWE. I don't know if you do that for AEW. I don't know if that happens for AEW over there.
I understand that, but I'm just saying I I don't need you to give me this fine dining, Gordon Ramsay produced restaurant where the food at the end of the day may taste like shit when I can go to Jack in the Box, get 2 tacos, and take a bite of it and be satisfied. And Manny, and you know I mean this when I say you can go to Greg's and be satisfied more than if you went to some fancy ass restaurant where you go like, well, I overpaid for this. I'm just saying the Saudis, spend your money wisely. It's not going to always be there. Maybe it will be. I don't know. But maybe I shouldn't tell them what to do with their money. I'm just saying, don't do this. You don't have to do it, baby, for political reasons. You don't have to do this. I'm talking about put the Saudis in.
Sometimes when we go to a marginally decent restaurant and you look at the price of something, I calculate that shit in double cheeseburgers from McDonald's. I haven't got 12 double cheeseburgers for this price.
I would have known what I was getting. The fries would have been a gamble. And you know what? It would have came with a drink. And yours doesn't even come with a drink. I got to drink your fancy ass bullshit wine. I don't know what these years mean. I don't know. It could just be grape juice and you sprinkle a little Hennessy in there. This is bullshit. This is coming from somebody that likes to sit down and eat in restaurants too. That's the worst part.
Yeah, I don't. I could care less about eating in a restaurant.
I like the experience. I like the experience. You know,
you just like people waiting on you.
Well, yeah, who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like to feel wanted? Like the server comes over there, they're all fake nice and shit.
No, because when I see my food waiting over there on the hop table,
that's a shitty restaurant.
I can see it because I'm normally in line with it, so I can always see it. And they take forever. They walk past it about 4 or 5 times. I'm almost inclined to go there and get it myself and then tip myself because I did all the work.
Okay, I will offer you this, Manny, and as we, as I told myself, Marcus, you don't have much energy to do a long show today. Fast forward to this discussion. By the way, would you prefer to go into a restaurant with nice smelling people, a nice environment, a nice vibe, maybe a little hint of music, maybe a nice waiter or waitress coming to your door at the beck of your command? Maybe they add that little thing and they say, hey, you know what? Half off or something. They do something nice instead of going to a fast food restaurant where your shit's in a paper bag and you don't know what's coming out of it. You don't know what's going on. Someone could have spit in it. Your food could be sitting back there in the back, cold, or their ice cream machine not working. And I'm just going through the various things that could have went wrong.
I'm just going to say the latter is what is real. That do you know I'm a real American. That's what that is. That is what that is. None of this fine dining and stuff. That was imported from all over Europe. And you know it. That experience was imported from Europe because there is no such thing as fine dining in the real America.
There is. And I would say I don't think it's as serious as other countries where the chef would come out there and like fight you over his food. I don't think that's ever happened in America. I'm sure it has, but I think that I would prefer to eat at a fine dining restaurant. But you know what? After I pay the bill, you go, well, fuck this. And that's how I feel Saudi's gonna feel. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sports washing. You stop doing it. Just we're on to your tricks. We're on to your tricks.
We're onto your trick. We knew about your tricks from a long time ago.
Yeah, like this ain't nothing new. We've known about it since at least at minimum the 30s when Hitler was trying to do it with Olympics and shit. It's over. Everybody's onto this. So you ain't gaining nothing by this. I don't understand their desperation for WrestleMania. But I do say this, Manny. I am shocked and appalled for you that Saudi Arabia will get a WrestleMania before London, who have been loyal. And I'm just going to say Europe in general, who are out there crying and screaming and loving you unconditionally, even though your product is shit, no matter what. They will go out there and give you their love. And WrestleMania has the nerve to go right to your back and go to Saudi Arabia for what? The money?
Let me tell you something, Marcus. Other Europeans may feel a bit heartbroken over this. I generally don't care. Do you know why? Because regardless, this is a win for me. It's maybe and a win for Kane in the chat. Because we're getting a WrestleMania where we don't have to watch it and feel hungover the next day. and you get to watch a WrestleMania and deal with the rest of your day. Imagine getting done with WrestleMania by like I don't know, 2 p.m. or something.
Yeah, the deal with the rest of the day part is gonna hurt because you're gonna be thinking to yourself, "Was that the right decision to put them over?" And then you end up having to go to work after or something, and you be like, "No one cares. No one cares."
Yeah,
Like,
I genuinely don't care. It's a win for me, regardless of wherever it is in the time zone. It's a win for me. If it's in a favorable time zone for me, it's a win.
Also in the news was the pricing. I believe Mark Shapiro, one of the people at TKO, I don't know his actual job or what, just so many fucking people involved, was talking about they are taking advantage of the people. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing. We're taking advantage where Vince McMahon wouldn't do it.
Priced it for families.
Yeah.
Where they're pricing it for blood.
Yeah, we're here for your money.
They're fucking sharks.
Yeah. We're coming for your pockets. And you know what? It's been a long time, and it's been a long time since we got a positive Vince story. But this is the most positive Vince story there probably ever was, where he cared about your family. But he didn't take every dollar from you. TKO is ruthless, they're heartless, and they have no soul.
But that's what WWE feels like again. It just feels like it just feels like a corporation again.
Feel like a money grubbing hoe, a gold digger. They feel like what Kanye was warning us about. Apparently, they take your money when I'm in need. Yeah, you're a trifling friend indeed.
Bitch indeed.
Heard you're a gold digger. Way over town. That digs on me, and they've been digging on us since they took over. I'm tired of it.
Kane says so.
18 years.
Indie companies will have to pick a city to sort of tag on to Mania, since they're probably not going to sell. I generally don't think there's going to be that many people that want that Saudi tag on their passports. I'm being very honest with that. I don't think I'm going to see Green Shirt Guy there. I don't see Trini Man there, because you don't want that stamp on your passport, because you go anywhere else in the world, they start questioning you.
Yeah, but I think they'll be there, Manny. They're rich. I'm sure they got the what's the flight, the background check shit where they can just fly and not have any hassle.
That's that's called having a private jet.
Oh no! It's a thing. They do a full background check, and you don't have to worry about anything. They ain't checking your luggage. They're just like, oh, you cleared.
Yeah, I just think people don't want those types of stamps. I know I wouldn't want one of those stamps if I ever intend to go to America. So I don't enjoy being taken to another room and being questioned.
Can I say something though? I think these other companies that normally leech off WrestleMania and do their shows and they make their money, I'm all pro that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing for them. But if WrestleMania is going to Saudi Arabia, I'm linking up with everybody and saying, fuck it. We have our own WrestleMania here. We ain't gonna call it that. We gonna call it Mania Wrestle or something. But we're gonna put all our people together.
Khan should do All In and All Out on the same weekend.
Yep.
In America.
Yeah.
Go and do it at regular American time.
Yep.
Because they're not gonna they won't overlap at that point. Tony Khan should do it, and Tony Khan would make money.
Yeah, it would be a spectacle. It would be goodwill with the people. You will not come at it greedy. You have affordable prices. You're going to have every wrestling fan that couldn't go to WrestleMania and just say, fuck it, let's go to New York. Let's go to Chicago. Let's go to Los Angeles. I don't know where they're going to do it, Texas or whatever they want to do it. And you will capture the audience.
If they could get either the Philadelphia Eagles Stadium, possibly the Bears Stadium, although the Bears Stadium is not that great to be at for a wrestling event, I don't think. Or MetLife. I think they could sell out.
Yeah. Do you think if you go to one of these deprived WrestleMania places, and I'll include Europe and London in there as well. You got London or Minnesota, who's been begging for WrestleMania for years and they never got it. They end up with a 2-part SummerSlam for next year. Bastards. I'm just saying, all these places, that have been wanting WrestleMania, and Tony Khan says, "Fuck it, we'll do WrestleMania here." I don't know. I would call it not your mama's WrestleMania or something. I would say, "Fuck your Saudi Mania. This is America." I have people waving American flag and all that bullshit. This could unite America. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know about uniting America.
I
I think
know,
that's the
I'll
most
be
difficult task ever.
No, I don't even want to go outside how ununited America is right now, and I don't even want to say I don't even want to talk. Fuck. May give an opinion. Next thing you know, someone will be like, "Well, I like Damien the Mentor." You treat him like a joke.
The most scariest thing though, like given that we put our opinions out there, like we're not big time, but like, and we don't exactly say the most controversial shit, but like, is that not a scary thing that to be out there and you give your opinion and then just because someone doesn't agree with it, they go overboard.
Yeah, they have some quote unquote sick fuck. It's like, hey, Manny, Marcus, you two. You don't like pineapple on pizza? Pop, pop. Not to quote El Luchador. I'm not putting him in this. I'm just saying.
No, but I'm saying
it's ridiculous.
About that. We were talking about pizza toppings before we started the show. Yeah. I'm saying I don't mind if someone put pineapple on my pizza. I'm not going to be in uproar. I will eat it because I will throw a pizza at someone if they put an anchovy on it.
And I say, bring on the anchovy before the pineapple because pineapple is unnatural on a pizza. Manny, you are a closeted pineapple eater, and you shouldn't be this way. It just doesn't belong there.
Maybe I just like a taunting Italian.
Right.
Maybe I just like taunting Italians. Maybe I break spaghetti in front of them, like the act of hate.
Why is that? Italian.
Because they don't like when do you know when you get the spaghetti, it doesn't always fit in the pan that you use. They hate when you break it and just have it all in the pan like that.
Yeah, Manny. Well, unfortunately for them, I am the Braun breaker of spaghetti. I am breaking it all the time. I don't care if it doesn't fit. It's weird when it hangs out, and I don't like the way it looks. I don't like it, so I'll break mine in half. I'm a spaghetti breaker. Damn it.
Should we get on with the show? Because I don't think there's any other news.
Shoot, I like my spaghetti noodles limp. Broken into the pot.
He likes them limp, like his penis.
Ooh. Kane's the anti-pizza.
What?
You know what? Manny, I'm a very controversial pizza person as well. I do not agree with Kane. But I can lean in that direction. And if I want to piss people off about not eating pizza, I will. Because my most controversial pizza statement is, I think the best pizza around is the little frozen Lunchable pizza that you can get for 99 cents from your local store.
Would you put in the toaster oven?
Yeah. You know, I don't even do that. I go raw. No warming up. Nice, raw dough. Squeeze the sauce. Squeeze the sauce in my mouth, too. For salmon, I like to sprinkle it on there like I'm doing some fine dining. On my little Lunchable, you give me that with a Capri Sun and a Nestle Crunch bar, and I'll say that's the best pizza I had all year. And then, you know what? Yeah, and that rubs people the wrong way when I say that. Do I full-heartedly believe it? No, no. But I will stand on that hill.
The one sad thing about the amount of weight I've lost in the past 2 years is Fat Manny could demolish a large pizza by himself in one sitting. Now, Manny today is 3 slices and sometimes he's done.
Yeah. I could never eat a whole pizza by myself. I mean, I know they have little personal pieces and shit like that, but
no, I'm talking large.
I know.
Maybe 8 slices or something.
Couldn't live with myself.
No, I could do it before. Now, not so much.
But I will describe to you a very disgusting weekend I had that wasn't too long ago. I DoorDash pizza I don't even really like, Papa John's. And I DoorDash it because they had a buy one, get one free deal for 2 pieces. And it just cost me $13 and I can DoorDash it. And I said, fuck it. I don't even have to eat the whole pizza. I just want to eat a little bit. I'm paying $13 for food. I eat it. I eat the little pepper they put on the side and dip it in their little garlic sauce. I will enjoy it a little bit. Manny, I ate both of those pieces in one night and I cried. I was like, why am I this way? Why am I fat? I'm not even on drugs. There's nothing going on here. There was nothing. I just sat here and said, why not one more? Why not one more? Kept eating.
One more. Marcus, are you okay?
I don't know. I don't think so. This is my day. Remember, this was the days when I was at the other job, and I don't think I was okay. I don't think I was okay. Because I was so disgusted.
Therapy.
Shit. Yeah. So yeah, I imagine explain that to your therapist. That's why I can't go to therapy. You've had a client like this before, right? You had a client. I have never had anybody that desperate, that sad in my life.
Marcus, you're in America. Of course, he's had someone that sad.
I don't know. I think he'll say Papa John's pizza would suppress him too.
No, Marcus. You'll be surprised. There are a lot of people that are addicted to a lot of shit, and it's all because of depression and all that stuff. So I'm not. I wouldn't. I think even in England, I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was 1 day away. I was 1 minute away from the noose that day, I guess, when I was eating that pizza. Like, just get the noose around me and be like that. But who knows? Maybe I was giving myself a heart attack with all the carbs and cholesterol I was doing it.
Well, we're glad you made it. You got out of that old job.
Hello to the other side. You know, Florence and the Machine start playing
and he's now back. The dog days are over, and he's now back at being a boss.
Yeah, I'm back being a piece of shit the other side.
Rilling people up.
Well, Manny, on this short show we were going to do today, we are 22 minutes in, and we talked barely about a little bit of wrestling.
I've had about 2 hours sleep.
2 hours, Manny? 0.
I tried to have a nap, Marcus. I tried to have a nap earlier. This little dog that you could hear barking downstairs. There was a thunderstorm earlier. We were the only 2 people, me and the dog were the only 2 people in the house. As I was falling asleep over there, all I find is a little dog jumping and then jumped onto the bed, landed on my ribs, and she's shaking because she's scared of the thunder. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not sleeping anymore.
You know what? Tell your dog to bed, because if you're really scary, I put on WCW Thunder. That will kill you.
Watching glacier matches will kill you.
Oh man, that was bad for your health. That was bad for everybody's health back then. Let's just jump into the show. All
right. AEW Dynamite kicked off with Hangman Adam Page versus Josh Alexander. This was a decent match. I don't enjoy Josh Alexander. And people are gonna go, oh, it's because you're ragging on AEW. I haven't liked him since TNA.
You know, Manny is wishing the worst for him. When he was speared in front of his son by Moose. And Manny was like, that's a glorious day.
I don't even like his wife and his son that they paraded around in TNA.
Yeah. So, Manny, I think this could just be me being tired, Marcus, and just angry at the world or something. But when this match came on, I rolled my eyes and I was like, it's not even, I don't hate Josh Alexander like you. I think he's really talented in the ring. He's just a very, very, very boring man.
He's Lance Storm.
Yeah. But Lance Storm had entertainment to it.
No, he had no entertainment to it. I don't know what you're about.
Hold on. Lance Storm had allow me to be serious for a moment. It's a good line. It's funny. The man was always serious. I'm just saying he had that going for him. He had that.
That's the bottom of the barrel type booking for Vince. You know that.
At some point, Manny, one of these no charismatic talking wrestlers get a little moment in their career where you go, that was their key moment of when you realize something. Hell, even Roderick Strong had the Adam thing until that fizzled out. Until he realized that's not working. I'm just saying, Josh Alexander's never had that. He's never had that. He's below Roderick Strong. He's below who did I just say? Shit. Lance Storm. Hell, even D. Malenko had comedy moments. I'm just saying. He's below all that. And the reason I rolled my eyes is because I knew it was going to be a good match. But I think we need to up our standards on matches. I just feel like people just be like, oh, yeah, it's going to be good. It's good action. But what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. I know he was going to mollywop that motherfucker as soon as the bell ring. Like, yeah, they go back and forth, but I don't believe it. I don't care about him. Hell, I barely care about the Hangman Page. You want me to care?
I have a similar view on another match that's coming up. I'll talk about that later when it comes up. Hangman was pissed on the microphone, stating he's there to wrestle, but Carl Fletcher comes out there stating that the Don Callis family and him run AEW. He is waiting to hear Hangman's response to his challenge from Collision. Hangman puts him over on the microphone, but when he looks at him, he sees himself from 6 years ago opposite Chris Jericho, dreaming and hoping to be world champion. But after what he did last week to Kenny Omega, he is not ready, despite the potential he has. Kyle says he's heard that all before, but he decides when his prime is, and he is ready to carry the weight of the world and the company right now.
I don't think so. I don't have a problem with Kyle Fletcher. I actually think he has a lot of potential to do stuff. I thought he had a good suit on, but he's coming out with Don Callis, and I stopped caring.
That's me too.
And you know what? It was a double non-care, by the way. It was a double non-care. And this could just be me being angry, Marcus, and tired. I don't know. But I see in the TNT title, maybe it's really not care as well. Going like, that title means shit to me. It's not even title versus title. They're not even trying to get rid of it. So they're gonna have a good match.
Provided they leave Don Callis family behind and don't have him at ringside. Kyle says that won't make a difference. He doesn't need anybody to beat Hangman. He has his word at All Out. It's man on man, Marcus, which sounded a little bit questionable. And make no mistake, he's leaving with the world title.
You don't like a little man on man action, Manny? You don't like all elite man on man action? When you can say so much it says Dynamite.
We watch men greased up and wrestle at least 5 times a week.
Yeah. Well, I always like the.
Is there any gayer than that?
It's not. It's the gayest sport in the world, or for entertainment in the world. Like, you think RuPaul's Drag Race is gay? Watch professional wrestling. I will add this. Again, solid match, whatever. I just don't care. I just don't care about these people. And I'll be honest, I just don't care about these people. And it kept going on in the show where I was just like, I just don't care about you either. I just don't care. I don't know if Dynamite has hurt me the wrong way, or if all I wanted to do was get back to Demon Slayer, which I was watching in between commercial breaks just to finish this binge watch. And I was just like, just let me get back to this. Just at least, you know what? They're crying in Japanese right now. Okay, I care. I'm caring. I'm in this.
You know, I have felt like that about wrestling for the last couple of months. Actually, like it feels like it's kind of like in the way of stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like I'm watching it like the Linkin Park song. I've become so numb. I can feel you there, but I don't care.
Apparently, MJF walked out on his wife off the day after his wedding because it ain't no honeymoon until Mark Briscoe is dead. His wife threatens that they are done. But he said, "You silly bitch, I'm married to the game."
Time to play the game.
He doesn't care what stipulation Mark Briscoe picks.
I don't either.
No, yeah.
Like, I thought we were done with this. I see no reason to go back to this. What are we doing with this? Are we elevating Mark Briscoe? We're not.
No, it's a stopgap for MJF because he has to do something. So therefore Hangman has to do something else at the same time, just because they don't want to run MJF and Hangman again directly afterwards.
But here's an issue with AEW I have. There are feuds that I enjoy in their company. For the 3 months they have built to a feud, let's just go with their best by Swerve and Hangman. They built something right there. and then they won't come back to it at all. But this, we keep coming back to it. We come back to Mark Briscoe. We come back to the Callis family rivalries. We come back to the Death Riders. We keep going back to stuff I don't care about when there's actual feud. We don't go back to Tony Storm versus Mercedes. It's like that seemed like a big deal.
That has to be a big. That you need to treat that as a big deal. So when Mercedes eventually beats her, it's a big deal.
Yeah,
I get that.
Make it a rivalry. Make it a rivalry where how Cody and Rollins had their rivalry incident, or I could go all the way back, a Steamboat and Flair or something, where these matches are happening and the stories are going on, but you don't do the blow-off match first and whatnot. I feel like we had blow-off matches for all of these matches that happened tonight, except for Sky Blue versus Mercedes.
No, that didn't happen. It was Sky Blue versus Tony Storm.
Mercedes, oh my god! I mixed it up. Oh my god, yeah.
Mercedes and Emi Sakura, which I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing. Versus Alex Windsor and Riho. But the thing that connects them is that Emi Sakura trained Riho.
Yeah, but we know this because I knew this was happening. Whenever Riho's around, Emi Sakura brings her ass around too. It's a package deal. It's like you order a cheeseburger, you get the cheese with it. Okay, that's what you get. And they teamed together. They lost like I knew Emi Sakura would lose. And I would like to also give another strike. Alex Windsor, you had your time. It's over. Okay, you stay past your time.
I would have thought Emi Sakura seems like she's got more power in her legs than most. Like she should be able to just fling Riho with her leg instead of getting tapped out in a single leg Boston Crab.
Yeah. This was the equivalent of a child tapping you out. Where if a child were to try to put me, let's say the ankle lock, I would just look, turn around, and kick them into the moon. It would be graphic.
Oh, so you ain't selling for them, Marcus?
No. I'm protecting my size. That's what I'm doing, damn it. It should be a Raja Jackson situation going on with Riho and Emi Sakura. That's what should be going on.
Stokely was furious with the Cope and Christian Cage video package, then states everyone in Philly looks like they get no hose. Dax dares someone to fight. Some black guy steps up, and I thought Dax was really going to hit him.
You know what? I was worried for Dax for a moment. I was like, Dax, this ain't 2022 no more. You will get fucked up by these people. But when he walked out there, I believe, hopefully these were extras and not real fans he was looking at, because Dax would have got fucked up by every single person he walked up to. I just feel like they weren't going to put up your shit, Dax.
Well, they tried to already.
Off your face.
I think there was an attempt to cancel Cash a couple of weeks ago, also in Philly. You know, when they make their way to the ring, especially in Philly, Cash is specifically, if you pay attention to him, he squares up to the people in the crowd.
Yeah, I saw that.
He squared up to some guy in a FedEx uniform, and then they made it that Cash is a racist because that guy was black. And I was like, that could have been any other reason. He didn't say anything like Tiffany Stratton over here.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. Do I believe Cash is a racist? Maybe. He could be anybody. Anybody can be a racist. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know these people. But do I feel he was racially motivated to jump up into that guy's face? Nah. I feel like I think what they are trying to do, and maybe they want this, they do want a fan to hit them because they want to generate buzz. Because I do not care about this iteration of FTR at this point.
Is it wise though? Let me. I don't want to get political. But is it wise though? I don't know if they're Southern boys or not, but they look like it.
I believe they were Southern boys at one point. I believe they went hard back in the days.
Day and night.
Yeah.
And they went, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, that just sounds like you're at a Clans rally right there.
Yeah. Is it wise to almost kind of rage bait people in the crowd?
Oh, you mean currently?
Yeah, currently. Is it wise to race bait people? Not rage bait, race bait.
Oh. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think this is not the time. I think this is very sensitive times. And I mean, especially in America, where it seems like any day now that civil war can start, and according to some people, it's already started. I don't think it's the time to do that right now.
No,
I think we need to all find common ground.
but then because it's not even just like
Eat the Bears
where you do it and you're just like, oh, he's doing that because he's a black guy. I sometimes think it's not the right place and time, because if you do that, most people can see common sense. It's a show, and he's just trying to get some rage out of a fan.
Yeah.
Not any type of color kind of thing. But then there's people on the internet that deep dive into this shit and then make it about race.
Yeah. Again, I don't think this one was about race. It's just whoever a fan is. Like, that's like saying that MJF threw that drink in that kid's face because the kid was black. Now I ain't just still drinking the kid's face because he was staying his head. I just don't drink in this kid's face. It's spontaneous.
Yeah, and if anything, that mom was a bad parent. If you're drinking like that and you're getting waved up,
you made it seem like you don't know how many drinks she had. That was probably one sip. She could have had. And for all you know, she was not the designated driver. She was the only one drinking. There was a designated driver. It could have been with his father, who just happened to step out and say, "Hey, honey, I gotta use the restroom." And then while this happening, what, you threw a drink in my son's face? And she gets to sit here with the
grown man takes a toilet break during, what was it, Danielson versus MJF?
When you gotta go, man. You never know what this man's prostate or bladder or kidneys or I don't know. This man could be going through it. Or maybe he was his wife asks, "Hey, I need a water. I'm getting a little tipsy." Fuck, this bitch gonna make me go and get a water in the middle of the MJF Bryan Danielson match. How dare you?
Then we get Ricochet versus Shelton Benjamin. Ricochet puts out a demand that everyone stays in the back. Shelton accepts this provided he keeps his word. This was a good match.
Yeah.
I didn't know Shelton had the strength to rip apart scissors, because I can't do that.
Manny, let me take you to Dollar General. We can get you some scissors to rip apart. those fucking plastic shears Ricochet be carrying can get ripped like paper plates. I will say, this was the only time in the show I was invested, because I've just been a huge Shelton fan my whole career, and I was, you know what? I thought they'd deliver, and they did deliver. I thought this was a nice, fun match. Big man versus little man, also with a little athleticism from Shelton, who is, as John Cena rev up for his retirement, and Brock Lesnar is in the twilight of his career, and Batista's gone and whatnot, Shelton still looks like Shelton, to be honest, out there. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm in my 40s, and I look at Shelton and go, what? How is this even possible? You are truth. You make me sick that you're still out there doing the same fucking tired moves. Rey Mysterio as well. All the colors, apparently.
Yeah, but at least with Mysterio, Marcus, at least you can go, I still have my original knees.
Yeah. You know what? If I walked up to Rey Mysterio and said, at least I still have my original knees, I would be honest. It would be a true statement. It would be a burn for a minute. But Ray was like, just run down the street for 5 minutes. And I'll be like, well, Ray, you got me. You're winded, and now your knees are giving out on you, aren't they? Aren't they?
Little did he know, he blew down 3 little pigs' houses afterwards because he was huffing and puffing.
He wasn't even trying. Just huffing really hard.
The gates caused a distraction. Now Ricochet to get the win. Then a brawl between the Hurt Syndicate and Ricochet's boys happened. Following this, Hook said some things. I did not care whatsoever.
Manny, has there ever been somebody that was so uncool as Hook? I swear he's the. I believe I don't know if there's a single person in my world right now. I'm talking about television. I know that is as uncool as Hook. That is just lame. I feel like he's lame. He seems like a guy trying to play tough, and nothing he does look tough. He's out there in his little fire. He's saying his little words with his little voice.
You could have put Tozawa in that setting he was in, and something more important would have happened.
Yeah,
that was a cool backdrop. Do something with it with your time.
He doesn't fit the backdrop. He's a Nepo baby trying to play hard. He reminds me of what if Eminem went wrong. Like, oh, this is not working at all. None of this is even coming close.
Then we get Tony Storm versus Sky Blue in a Philly street fight.
And Manny, before you go further, before we talk about anything in this match, I would like to give AEW a hallelujah. Normally I'm about strikes. I'm giving a hallelujah and an amen. And yes, I'm not a religious person, and I don't use these words lightly. Manny, I almost teared up. This would be the third women's segment on the show. We've had 2 matches and another women's segment. We're progressing. We're progressing in this company. Beautiful. Okay. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Okay. I was shocked. And then I watched the match and I was like, what is this shit?
I didn't mind the match. I thought the match was I thought the match
I think it's too silly. I think it's too silly.
Yeah, but I thought the match was fine for me. I thought it just lacked purpose.
Yes, that too.
Because this is a type of match you would have surely with the leaders of the faction. Sky Blue is clearly the third hand. Sky Blue is the Jasmine Nix of this group.
She barely in there.
Whereas you would think this match would have been reserved for someone like Julia or even Thekla. You would think it would be for them. You would think it would be for them. But then you had the comedy of the match of Toni Storm's cheeks being stapled, her tits being stapled, her flaps being stapled.
Caught in the flaps. But you know what my problem with this is? The outfit Tony's wearing. It looked too prepared to get stapled. And I was like, this ain't doing nothing.
And thing is, I still enjoyed the match. It's just that it meant nothing. Because realistically, this is sometimes the booking problem with AEW is this is a kind of a finite match. This should be the like final match Thekla and Toni Storm have to close off a program.
Yeah,
but we're wasting this on Sky Blue. For me, it didn't make sense. And then they had one of the worst post-match run-ins and attacks.
Yep,
I think I've seen in a long time.
It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. I think this was every match had a post-match run-in, right? Except for maybe Hangman in the opener.
Yeah,
I think that was the only one. But then Callis came out at the end so they could talk. But every match had the same finish. Brawl at the end of it. Brawl at the end of it. And I was like, oh my God. Shelton and Ricochet, brawl at the end of it. The main event, brawl at the end of it. The Toni Storm, brawl at the end of it. I guess Amy and Mercedes didn't do anything, right? They made
No, that ended clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Willow wants to fight Marina Shafir, but is interrupted by Harley Cameron, who in song wants to join her and Stat and wants to paint a cat on her face. I don't know if I've made this. I don't know if I've made this analogy on this show before.
Okay,
but Willow comes across as sometimes a Care Bear.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure this is why our Care Bear discussions come up.
But I feel like sometimes Willow will defeat someone with a Care Bear stare.
Mm-hmm. Everybody get together to do a Care Bear stare. I think that needs to happen in a wrestling show. I'll be honest. I think that if someone go out there and say we hit up with the Care Bear stare and the wrestler starts selling the Care Bear stare. Like imagine hitting Charlotte with the Care Bear stare.
You can't do that to Charlotte. You can't do that to Charlotte.
Yeah, you hit Charlotte with the Care Bear stare. I feel like when her and Bliss were quote unquote not teaming together, and if Bliss were to hit Charlotte with the Care Bear stare and the crowd got into it, I think Charlotte would have died in the middle of the ring and it would have been awesome. I think there would have been a holy shit chant. I think the Care Bear stare in a wrestling show would be so much fun. And I think, yes, it's killing the business and be disgusting. And you have all the podcasters out there, and I mean ex-wrestlers, from Ken Anderson to Dutch Mantel to that fucking guy that hangs around Stevie Richards.
James Romero.
Yeah, he gets a name, I guess. I'm just saying, hit somebody with a Care Bear stare would be so ridiculous that I think that would be the moment of the year.
Yes, Levi. That's when they stand up and go, "Whoa," and then love
Ah!
comes out of their chests.
Yeah, and out their bellies.
um, so we learned that the Young Bucks are going to be in a $500,000 10-man tag team match. Renee says they clearly need the money. The Bucks try to eat with the Dark Order. They don't let them. They run into Cutler, who tell them to shut up. Mox reminds them nothing had changed. They're still the fucking Young Bucks, and tell them if they win tonight, they get $250 each because he clearly doesn't need the money.
I want to say I enjoyed the segment. I enjoyed it too much. Being back in catering and then seeing the Dark Order and realizing, oh shit, this is where all the other people are in the roster. There's like 700 people just standing in this catering thing. And then when they seal the table and Cutler tells them, I told you guys to fuck off or whatever he said. And then Mox shows up and puts his feet on the table for half a second. I don't know why he did it. He was compelled to put his foot up for literally 2 seconds. He was like, hold on, this looks comfortable. And then he was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. To me, that was funny. I enjoyed that segment. It's probably my favorite segment of the night. I'm going to be honest.
So later on the night, the Bucks win by hook and crook. But the fight continues. As they hold the money, Brody Lee was like, nah, you ain't leaving with this.
Yeah, let me add something to this, by the way. The $500,000 match. Why? 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 Why is this the money match? And let me tell you this, Manny. These people fought through death in a lights out match like 2 weeks ago. The same people. Mostly the same people. Not everybody was involved, but
$500,000 went on the line.
Yeah, why wasn't $500,000 for the pay-per-view match? Why this random rematch on Dynamite is the $500,000 match? I think it's ridiculous. And again, I do not accept it until you start telling me what was the purse for these other matches. I want to know. I would be more invested into Josh Alexander and Hangman Page. You told me there was $50,000 on the line for this one for Josh.
And then Darby attacks Mox, and then Darby is attacked by a masked, hooded man. That man was Daniel Garcia. Yeah. Marcus, at one point he crossed his legs and then looked like he was going to stomp him on the head on the chair, but then suddenly he missed.
He missed. Yeah, he missed. And this goes into the Penelope and Megan Bain. How did you miss the moment of the night?
To be fair, I think the Megan Bain Penelope Ford one was had a difficulty level of about 5.
That's still high, Manny. That's still they were right there. No distance to
You know why I'm gonna give
that
no. Let me tell you why it's a difficulty level of 5. Because I put my on this scale of rankings, I put me and you on this. So I think if we were to dive off that top rope, I don't think we get the distance.
I think we get the distance. I don't think we get up.
I don't think we get the distance. I don't think we get the distance to the Doomsday Device, depending on where Megan Bain was.
There was no distance. There was no distance. I've seen the clip too many times, and there was no distance. I still don't know how it went left. I still don't know. It's ridiculous.
This difficulty level is like kindergarten level stuff where you should be able to just. He was right there. Look at the gym. Was right there.
How did he bend to the left?
How do you miss that?
And then when Mark said, "Let's do it again," I was like, "You goddamn right. We gotta do this shit again." It actually landed. Finally, Garcia is doing something with the Death Rider / the Blackpool Combat Club. But
where he's always been.
Yeah, I would ask this: is it too late? Did he join it too late?
Yeah, because
it's too much damage.
I don't know. You got to ask Levi this question because he's one of the AEW sickos. But I feel the Death Riders thing has kind of played it run its course. Yeah. And him joining them now is kind of like the Bullet Club in 2025.
Ooh, Jesus, man, come on.
But I think it's run its course.
Show some decency.
It's the Bullet Club in 2025. No one cares about them. Who cares about the Bullet Club in 2025 except Jamal and anyone that still wants a too sweet?
Yeah, they're on their like 5th version of the Temptations or whatever the hell's going on over there. Where you just be like,
Judgment Day.
Yeah,
it's like the Judgment Day. They've run its course.
But Dom is still entertaining, and you know what? You when Liv comes back, man, the Judgment Day can heat up again. It can heat up again.
They need to break up and be done for good.
Me too. Dom's a Mexican superstar now. He's gonna be champion tomorrow. With the help with Alberto Del Rio, where Triple H gonna say, "Yeah, it was a work the whole time."
Wait, did that happen? Did that happen?
Well, I think they celebrated with him. I like to think that the DX when what was her name? Tori was in there, and Stephanie McMahon was in there. That version of DX, that was them jumping the shark. That was them really jumping the shark. And you know a lot of stuff Shawn and Triple H did by themselves as well. There's a lot, but I don't consider this on that level.
I think they're done. I think it's too little, too late.
I think that it's been damaging for Danny Garcia to with his TNT title reign being a disaster, and just the lackluster run he's had in the past year or two. I think adding him now is a waste of time. You've already established that you want to add Gabe Kidd on special appearances. I'm assuming he's not coming back, so they were like, all right, we need someone else to fill Pac's spot who must make his return for the 1 millionth time. So they added him. I mean, I'm curious what they'll do. I would like to see him and Yuta as a tag team maybe in the group.
I don't.
And just go from that. I don't know what we're doing.
There was so much potential with Danny Garcia. I've never seen anything in Yuta. But I've always seen potential in Garcia, and I thought it was wrong. I thought it was wrong for them to pick Yuta over him.
I love the statement that you're pointing and hit the desk like this is court. I feel this is wrong, and it was an injustice. It was.
If I had a time machine, but specifically AEW, I'd go back and fix this.
Ready? In that time machine, you do that. One, America is at peace, and AEW's on top. AEW's on top. They changed the whole timeline. No, but you know what I would like for this in the story? I know they're not going to do it because they don't ever do anything like this. Just give me Will and Yuta being jealous of Danny Garcia, and Box cuddling him and being treating and molding him and being like, that's the way you do it. And they always looking at Yuta as like the shitty stepchild. He already treats him like that, like he's shitty and a disappointment. I'm just saying, him and Danny Garcia fighting for the love of Mox, with him and Danny Garcia could actually mean something.
And then they're taking way too long with this Death Riders and Chris Statlander thing.
I don't even call it a thing. It's just something that happens every now and then.
They're taking too long to get to the point with that.
Yeah, every now and then you'll see her watching on TV or something in the bag, and then you tease it, and then nothing ever actually comes from it. And I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The Death Riders need to stop and die. I don't need this main event ever again. I feel like we've had it 30 times.
They need to make Marina Shafir do more because I've been saying it for I've been saying it for a year now. People are sleeping on Marina Shafir. She can actually go.
It's Roderick Strong.
She can actually go. And these people and AEW have been sleeping on her. They just had her as a manager. They are actually sleeping on her.
Man, she's below a manager. You gotta throw the ring. She's a valet. The manager actually handles the business of the wrestler. She just comes out there and smile. She's smiling these days. So
overall, what did you think of Dynamite?
It was a pass for me, man. It was a pass. I don't even think they did anything wrong. You give me this Dynamite on another week or something. Maybe I care more, but I just didn't care. I just didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't care.
Well, they're building to All Out, which I can't actually remember the date of. I think that's September 22.
Yes, WrestlePalooza, Manny.
No, I've got Palooza on the brain.
Must have Palooza on the brain.
But yeah, I don't. This feels like it's this Dynamite, and maybe it's because they've been in Philly for too long now. This Dynamite felt like the show directly after one of their pay-per-views, because it felt like they were building to something, but it also felt like it was kind of just there. Even though the matches were good, There was nothing that stood out to be like, God, this was awful.
Yeah, it was nothing horrible. I would say this: it was nothing horrible on this show. Maybe the Danny Garcia chair spot, but there's nothing really horrible on this show. It's just that I just didn't care. It felt like I was watching something like a Raw. I don't know what it was. That time machine would have overheated on Thursday. No, this is one of those cheap time machines that you ain't coming back. You ain't coming back.
You mean I'd be stuck back in 2023?
Yeah. And then you just catch up by just, coming back. Yeah, I caught up. You just walk into the room after you go to the time machine. That was a waste of fucking time and money, guys. Manny, you've been gone for 2 years. You're 2 years older. Yeah.
No, but surely I'd still exist.
You would still exist, but you'd be just 2 years older because you couldn't get back. You just come in.
No, because that's the Untitled Manny and Marcus show would still exist with the Manny from that period.
Yeah, and you don't want to interrupt the timeline by confronting yourself, so you're waiting till that Manny goes back in time to show up again and just be like, I didn't accomplish shit. Nothing actually worked out. I thought I was going to wreck some shit. Nothing happened.
I tell you what, I'd do though. I'd kill Manny from that timeline, and then take over, and then I'd be all over DraftKings because I know the future.
Even then, you going to time fucked it all up, Manny. Somehow the Jets are good, and you bet against them the entire time. Rodgers doesn't get hurt. That would be the only thing you change in the timeline.
Someone sent me a message today of Ric Flair tweeting at Aaron Rodgers. Hello, acquaintance, or something like that. You beat them up, or some bullshit like that. Yeah. And then they were like, "Man, you need to get Ric Flair." I was like, I'm not dignifying this with a response because this man shits himself in public. Hard times already happening to Ric Flair.
I'm doing a weird trend. Speaking of shitting themselves in public, NXT begins with, I forgot what it began with.
Briggs. It began with Javon calling out Briggs and Javon flying to take out Briggs. This man felt like time stood still for a bit because he was floating for what felt like forever before he came down.
Briggs had heat on him, as we probably should rush through the rest of this show. It's already an hour in. Briggs won the match, but the crowd was saying, "Fuck you, Briggs." I've never heard an NXT crowd get vulgar to a wrestler before.
No, they have got vulgar.
No, they said go away. They have said things. I don't think they ever said "fuck you" to anybody. Fucking go away, Briggs. And then they had the song. What was it? Go. They did the Roman song, but it was like "Get out of here, Briggs." I can't remember how it goes.
Marcus, Briggs wearing skinny biker jeans made me hate him more this week.
But I can hate on Briggs, but I'm not going to hate on the finish. I thought it was smooth. I didn't believe it. I didn't see it. I didn't see the twitch. I know he cheated, but I didn't see him pull the chain off and hit him.
I saw him do that.
I didn't see him do it. I thought he was smooth.
I didn't need to go. I didn't need the slow motion of Vic to go, "Oh, did you see that?
Did you see that?" And then he grabbed the tights as well. So fuck Briggs and just go away.
Obafemi and Ricky start arguing in the back. Ava said that they could sort this out on the Grayson Waller effect next week before No Mercy. And then Trick has something planned for DIY approved by Ava. And then he lets Oba know that they ain't finished yet.
Can I add Ava deserves to be fired at this current moment?
She deserves to be fired every week. Every time she comes out, every time her music hits.
Manny, this is the fireable offense. I don't want you guys to fight now. I want you to fight on the Grayson Waller effect. Why can't we iron out our words right now? We're going to have the same argument in front of these people. Why can't we just work this out right now? Maybe we'll find some middle ground. Okay? I just don't feel like why are you promoting the Grayson Waller effect like we need this?
DIY came out. They remind us that it's 10 years of DIY. But Marcus, if it's 10 years of DIY, you really don't have anything to show for it, do you?
Like, oh yeah, Johnny Gargano's the face of NXT. That's not a good sign. But you guys turn like it's a lot going on here. They cut the same promo they cut for the last week, but Trick came out and was like, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah, he was like, "You're just jealous because your NXT your NXT crew can't hang with his NXT crew. Trick says he ain't alone this week either, and then Carmelo Hayes comes out.
Yeah.
Mello says Trick is a squatter in a house that DIY built, and then also in a house that he built renovations on.
Yes. Let me add this. Trick called Mello to show up here. Mello cussed him out. What the fuck?
Mello came with an agenda.
Yeah,
I'll come back.
Yeah, I'll come back here. Miss Ma, this is our house. Fuck you, Trick. But then, you know what? Mello had to do it, and Mello earned his black card tonight because they said, your brother or something. I can't remember what he said, your brother. He's like, hey, you don't call him that. He's my brother. I can talk bad about Trick. So fuck you, okay? You and the white delegation there back up. This became about race very quick.
Yeah, but they were stirring the pot, so they deserved everything that came at them.
Yeah. Who you got?
I want to have Mello and Trick, but you know, old Triple K has his nose in this match.
Sean immediately, Triple H. Hey, Sean, who do you have going over? Well, Hunter, I think the Trick Mello game is going to go over. The blacks. Like, Triple H losing. The voice.
So blunt. The
blacks. Like he loses everything. He spits on his water, but the wrong way.
I had about 5 question marks.
Yes. It's frozen. The blacks. But I believe DIY is gonna win. But I actually look forward to this. This is a nice legacy tag team. I wish they would have taken a step forward and add some of their other legacy tag teams. They made it like a fatal 4-way. Could have added Fraction, and you could have maybe added the Profits in their final match.
The way they're building this homecoming thing. Yes, it's an NXT episode, but shouldn't it be something else? Shouldn't it just be bigger? Like it's a home. This should feel bigger.
Yeah. This should be honestly, if they were doing homecoming like this, they should have did a 3-hour show, and they should have had all the fucking people come on, and they should have did my Gauntlet Battle Royal and just had legends come in. Instead, we get Tyler Breeze coming back, which popped me for no reason. I don't understand why, and I don't understand my brain, but I was like, oh shit!
I popped with Tyler Breeze.
I popped with Tyler Breeze, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, why did I do that? I don't even watch them up, down. I don't even care.
We get the speed tournament match: Laney Reed versus Fabi Apache. Marcus.
Yeah,
this is the closest thing we ever get to Tatanka again.
I thought that was God damn, I can't remember his name.
No, he's been erased from history because DJ Tatanka is no longer coming back.
Yeah, well, Bear Hill then. I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this match. I thought I enjoyed the lights and shit on the speed match.
But that's not a good thing, Marcus, because we don't care about the actual stuff that's going on in the ring. We just care about the presentation. That's not a good thing. They're not doing anything good in the ring.
Well, man, this goes back to us talking about Ranch Ross and fine dining. They're not doing anything. You just like the atmosphere. Yeah.
Natty calls a distraction line Laney Reed to pick up the win. Blake Monroe has been awakened with and she now has teeth and she is hungry. Tells JG she will see her in hell.
I like the alluding to the shoe. There was a shoe there. There's a bloody shoe in her closet. But they were talking about her telling story. I like that part. I enjoyed this video package, but I want her to be a killer, damn it. A goddamn killer. They ain't gonna give us that. Kill JG.
Hank and Tank take on Dark State. Joe Hendry cost Hank and Tank the tag titles despite trying to help.
Yep. I love his look. Oh no. Go away, Joe Hendry. It's over. It's over. 15 minutes are up.
Miles Bourne turns off the lights and takes out Alexis King.
Not beating the charges that he's trying to be Randy Orton. Because Randy did that to all those legends and sent them back in the AEW.
Yeah, but if you recall, Randy Orton had night vision goggles.
Yeah, night vision goggles. And what I'm going to say, at the time, seemed ridiculous. Might be a classic Randy Orton moment. Like, that's going in every video package for Randy retirement or Hall of Fame tour, I feel like.
We get the flag match, Tavion Heights versus Ethan Page. Now, I love me a flag match because it brings me back to golden era of wrestling.
Brought me back to 2017. Best flag match I've seen since then.
Tavion does a over the head belly to belly suplex from the top rope and retrieves the flag. Tyler Breeze makes an appearance after the match. Suddenly, Tyler Breeze has a title match against Ethan Page next week.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all you gotta do is take a selfie with the champ while he's passed out, and you got a match. But I popped Tyler Breeze. I was like, oh shit.
I did. I like Tyler Breeze.
The song, the whole get up, and I was like, you know what? It's rare when someone comes back looking exactly the same. I was like, Tyler Breeze. Like,
he's not old, Marcus.
Manny, Tyler Breeze was wrestling 10 years ago in NXT. 10 years ago. He was wrestling Juicy Thunder Liger and shit. That's how long ago.
How good that match was.
Hey, it was good. It was good. But I'm just saying, Tyler Breeze is like 90 years old, I feel like. But, you know, I respect it. I have no problem.
Then we got the main event, which was the Culling versus Fatal Influence versus Zarya and so on.
Yeah, she's with the AAA kind of deal. AAA kind of partnership.
Zarya gets soul snatched by accident, and they get eliminated. Izzy Dame pins Fallon. Jay-Z claims they both failed her, and she proclaims to run the division. 3 cars pull up. Yep. Fatal Influence will be part of Homecoming. She is tired of babysitting and carrying this group on her back. She doesn't need applause. She doesn't need respect. The only person she needs is herself because she is the greatest NXT champion of all time. And the 3 people from the cars pull up. It's Stephanie Vakir, Tiffany Stratton, and Rhea Ripley, and they all make their way out, all putting her in her place.
Yeah, I will say this, and I want this for the record. When Stephanie came out, Rhea came out, and Stratton came out, that was just like watching the Harlem Globetrotter versus the Washington Generals in the ring, and I was like, this ain't even fair. This ain't even level play. It's like watching Jake Paul fight Mike Tyson at this point, at this current age, going, whoo, this should not happen. It shouldn't be legal. This is not fair. Now, Manny, I'm going to go all the way back to the tag match and say, I enjoyed the hell out of that tag match, and I think Zarya is going to have to kill Sol Roca at this point. Got to kill her. Just kill her. Just kill her.
You can't talk about your Nubian princess like that.
Got to kill her. Gotta kill her. You don't know whose soul you be snatching? Bitch, you don't know whose soul you be snatching. You just be snatching souls. That'll be my response. Just petty about it, too. Now I'm going to tell you who I thought was come pull it up. I mean, you have JC right there. You have JC talking her shit. Saying she's the greatest NXT champion of all time, Manny. She's talking her shit. Greatest NXT champion of all time. Yes! I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. The longest reigning and greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time. OnlyFans sensation. Mandy Rose showed up right there and said, I'll take you out, JC. Now, should she have had Gigi with her? Maybe. I don't know. Probably not. They fired her already. I mean, he's got to run.
No, Gigi and Shotzi are doing the exact same match across America. They are CM Punk and Colt Cabana of, I think, 2003.
But, you know, I thought it was going to be Mandy. You can't tease me like that because I was like, oh, shit. They go. Would they dare? Would they do this? But nah,
Mandy ain't getting no call back.
I don't think she is either. I know she isn't. Because if you were ever going to call her back, this would have been the night. This would have been the night. You got to put JC in her place. But, you know, it's not fair. Don't think what good game out there. It's not fair, damn it.
And fuck Mandy. She retired the NXT UK women's title.
Yep.
The one title that we all respected.
Yeah. Well, Manny, it did have a taint on there with Alba Fire's long reigning reign. That actually
Gunther has a tainted record too.
Yeah. But you know what? When is Gunther? Alba's been built as a jobber her entire career since she lost that title. Gunther's at least had, you know, a little prestige and pizzazz to him, at least standing on tables and shit. But I thought NXT was a fun show. I thought it ended nice. I thought it was out, you know, the ending shocking. I look forward to Homecoming, and I'm sure they're gonna have Balor and Bayley and probably Charlotte, and maybe Becky in there say she's the greatest of all time, and it's just not her saying it. Sports Illustrated saying it. It's also the Florida Post is also saying it.
The Florida Sun.
Yeah, whatever else they have out there saying it as well. Just not her. Oh, so I'm assuming it's gonna be a jam-packed show on that show, and I think it's gonna be worth to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed both shows this week. One was more sillier than the other.
I don't know which one. I think both had equal silliness on each show. Of just
you had a flag match on NXT.
Pure silliness. You had somebody.
We also had a blind. This is building off a blindfold match from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you also had someone stapling someone's tits and other genitalia on this show, on the other show, and then you have Josh Alexander on one show. Oh, by the way, pick a Josh. That was going to ask this. Pick a Josh. Alexander or Briggs? They both come out to the ring. One of them got a color promo. Who you got?
I'll take Josh Alexander.
I don't know. I think Briggs may get him in promo. Match-wise, Alexander has a beat.
I'd rather have no reaction than hate the person speaking.
Imagine turning on your show and start the show. It's Josh Alexander in the ring about to cut a promo. Oh, click. Imagine Josh Briggs starting the show. Click. Kane picks Josh Matthews. I would too.
I'd walk to the side of like, is it time for me to give up wrestling? Both Joshes kick off the show. It was irritating.
Can you think of a good Josh in the history of wrestling? I don't think there's one.
No. Wait, isn't Jey Uso's real name Josh?
That don't count. If he ain't wrestling with the name Josh, you don't respect it. You don't respect his name. You don't want to be a Josh. Are you looking up Joshes?
His real name is Joshua.
Yeah. By default, Jey Uso's the greatest Josh of all time and refused to call himself Josh. Josh Barnett. We can go with Josh Barnett.
This is the second to last episode with NXT on a Thursday. We are strictly an AEW Dynamite show going forward.
You know how music goes.
If anyone can find us a WrestlePalooza background, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
We're gonna keep using Starry Night. Well, you know what, man? You say fuck it. If we're gonna use art, we're gonna use the Mona Lisa next.
That's
She'll be there with her
boring image.
She'll be there with her little kinky smile. Or is it kinky? Who knows why she's smiling? You know what? I honestly don't give a damn.
So yeah, like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back this Saturday for the Sharpshooters Wrestling Podcast with Eric. And I'm going to go handle this dog. Rika, stop barking! That last one was in defiance.
Yeah. Oh shit, defiant to the end. Those are with middle fingers. I'm telling you, there's niggas out here, Manny. The Adventures of Rika, the racist dog. This sounds like a good show I would watch. I'll watch it. I'll put it on Netflix, give it a few episodes, cancel it at the end of the season. I'm just saying.
I want the whole presentation to be like Dora the Explorer.
Black people be swiping. Black people be swiping. Swiping, no swiping.
So like the video, subscribe if you haven't. We'll be back Saturday. Peace.
Peace out. Oh,
Done that in so long.
I know I miss it. I miss doing it. Bring back Manny for the homecoming. Shit.
Why
Tired
not?
of shit.
And bring back Shotzi with a tank for one night.
Yeah. And bring back Thea Hill so Manny can get pissed.
No, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying NXT again. She ain't there. She ain't there.
By the way, me and 720